Welcome. In the age of information, the most dangerous secrets aren't buried. They're petrified in plain sight. This is Medusa's Hidden Files. We are taught that monsters are born from evil. But what if a monster is actually created by justice? In ancient mythology, Medusa is the ultimate villain, a creature so hideous she turns men to stone. But if we dig into the hidden files of a trial, we find a story of institutional betrayal. Today, we're just looking at a myth, we're looking at a mirror. We're going to dissect the verdict of the Goddess Athena and compare it to a modern-day circuit crime that the world tried to keep silent. The case of Doris Wagner. 2 women, 2 temples, 1 truth. Long before the snakes, Medusa was a priestess. She was the most devoted servant in the temple of Athena. She took a vow of purity, dedicating her body and soul to the goddess of wisdom. But the gods are often more reckless than the mortals they rule. Poseidon, the king of the seas, entered the temple and claimed Medusa by force. Under the shadow of Athena's own statue, a crime was committed. When the dust settled, the verdict was handed down. But Athena did not strike Poseidon. She didn't touch the god who violated her sanctuary. Instead, she turned her fury on Medusa. Athena claimed Medusa had defiled her sacred space. As punishment, Medusa's beautiful hair was twisted into hissing vipers. Her face became a curse. The victim was transformed into a monster so that the institution, the temple, could remain pure. Medusa was exiled to a cave, while Poseidon returned to the sea untouched by the law. Now, we travel to the year 2003. Meet Doris Wagner. Like Medusa, Doris was a woman of deep faith. At 19, she entered a religious community near the Vatican. She gave her life to a temple of her own, seeking holiness. But in 2008, the myth became a reality. A higher-ranking priest within the community targeted her, using his spiritual authority to manipulate and assault her. When Doris reported the crime to her superiors, she met the modern-day Athena. The leadership did not call the police. They did not expel the priest. Instead, they told Doris she was the problem, that she had tempted a man of God. Just like Medusa, Doris was forced to live in the presence of her attacker every single day. The institution's reputation was more important than her safety. When she finally fled and spoke out, she was treated like the villain. They tried to turn her into stone through social exile and silence. Do you see the pattern? In the divine case, Athena represents the system. A system that would rather punish a survivor than admit its walls were breached. In the human case, the religious order did the same. By shaming Doris, they shifted the focus from the priest's criminality to the survivor's disobedience. But there is a crucial difference. While Medusa's story ended in a cave, Doris Wagner's story is still being written. Despite the years that have passed, the search for full accountability continues. This isn't a closed chapter in a history book. The trauma remains. The priest's actions are still being scrutinized. And the institution's failure to protect its own is still a matter of heated debate. The case for the true justice, it is still very much open. We call Medusa a monster because it's easier than calling her a victim. It's easier to fear the snakes than to question the goddess who put them there. But as long as these hidden files exist, we will keep looking for the truth. I'll leave you with this question. If the law only protects the purity of the temple and never the safety of the priestess, who is the real monster? The woman with the snakes or the system that gave them to her? I'm your host, and this has been Medusa's Hidden Files. The trial is adjourned for now.